lackluster. Is it because we started 25 minutes late?
Yeah.
Alright, now you guys are already tired? After 25 minutes, you're like, we're done. Go the fuck home. I don't need you. Need your bullshit. How are we doing tonight? How's our Thursday looking? How's our interest? How's our spring launch into the weekend looking right now? Huh? Who's got the good drugs? Who's got the fucking mushrooms? Who's got the mescaline? Let's go back to 72. Let's get high on Percocets. Well, my white man just folded his arms when I said let's get high on Percocets, so that's where we're at in the evening. People were like, drug use, maybe your people should stop. Cool. This is the figuring you motherfuckers out part. And it's locked up right now. How we doing up front? My man got a full-fledged burrito. He's already checking his cell phone. You could just leave right now, my nigga. You don't have to stick it out and figure the show out. You could just dip and get back to your 3 kids who are in elementary school. Why? He's working on the second one. He's a little impotent. I can only get pregnant if we do it doggy style, honey. Alright, this is alright. Be locked up. Be locked up. You waited 20 minutes. This is the show. This is the fucking show. Me and Mike got here from a wedding. Nigga, we already lit. Open bar. We flourish. 24-hour lockdown. Shoe program, nigga. King Kong, they
Too early for Denzel.
I want to just do Denzel for the rest of the night. At the comedy club.
And a lot of you comics want
we got some staff here. Melissa Marie's in the house. We got some staff here for Stand Up Live. Did you guys go? You hate Casey, that's why. You're like, fuck Casey. He makes me go to work. Right, somebody just yelled burrito out. That's how drunk they are. I thought I was drunk. Somebody just yelled burrito. And they're not in a Chipotle. It would have been appropriate if you were in a Chipotle line. Burrito! What kind of burrito did you get? You're ready to eat. Why did you get it to go and you want to eat it at the table? That's how fucked up you are, dog. You're fucking done. How many drinks have you had?
About 5.
Oh, that means 10. All right. How's the left side of the room doing? Okay, very polite. Very polite clapping. Okay. There's a man here who definitely just got off his valet job. How are we doing over here with the light gray up top? Where you work? You work at a hotel, don't you? Where you work? Where you work? Tell these niggas where you work. You work for Amazon. You a picker? You shipping? I work there too. You're a fucking pit driver? Hitting them forklifts? I told you I worked there, dog. Not seasonal either. I was a fucking employee. I had stock options and I dipped before Amazon became Amazon. Mistake. I got homies that were in their ground floor. They got fucking 500 grand in stock options right now. I dipped because the work was too hard and I wanted to eat Del Taco. Right? I missed out on thousands of dollars of stock. How's the right side of the room doing? We're looking very book club over here. A lot of glasses, a lot of eyewear. He works Amazon. You fucking buy from Amazon over here. Early Amazon, like we were there when they were just doing books. This is just crazy that they sell shoes and pudding now. This is crazy. Back of the room, how we doing back there? In the middle of the room, how's the family doing up front? Are you guys want to renew your vows? Come up here and renew your vows. There we go. Okay. As I hold your hand and
Another burrito.
Burrito man, get the burrito in you so you can hang out for the whole show. And shut the fuck up, alright? Alright guys, we wasted enough time trying to get our projector real lit up, so I'm gonna get the show going! Who's ready for this week's Sucks Tonight? Alright, give it up for my co-host, the man you love and hate all at the same time, Mr. Michael James Turner!
Oh damn, I got 4 claps. What the fuck? Reminds me of the time I hooked up with 4 chicks in college. How you feeling?
Yeah. We're fascinating. It was a GoFundMe for Aaron killing himself by jerking himself off in the middle of the lounge.
Oh, you guys are not ready for anything we're about to do. Are you fucking serious?
We're gonna do the show anyway. We're getting paid regardless.
This week sucks tonight.
There we go. All right, so guys, we're gonna get to it because we are running a little bit late. We're already at 11:30. The show only goes an hour and 15. So if you got an hour and 15, hang out. If you don't, quietly leave and have a great life. I love you.
It's like watching Sharknado.
Vote correctly these midterms. Don't fuck up the country anymore.
Vote the right way.
I have to say, vote the right way. Vote the right way. There's a couple of Republicans who are like, we should leave. We should get the fuck out of here. Take the box with you, honey. Get the fuck out of here. What's your name? What are you guys' names up front?
Steve and Cam.
Steve and Cam?
Does he always talk for you? In this post Kavanaugh hearing life, you still talking for her?
We'll break away.
This is post Kavanaugh. All right.
This is a post Kavanaugh era.
Damn, we got Bart Kavanaugh.
A real one in the audience right now. I like beer. I like beer sometimes. Shout out to the beer drinkers in the audience. Listen, I made a change of pace. I'm drinking tequila tonight. This is where I'm at.
That's all you have to say to get. Get out the way. Get out the way.
Get out the way now. Okay, let's get some announcements out the way and let's get into the show because we are running late. Listen, we got fucking this. We got the literally the worst show ever this Saturday.
Who's ready?
Tickets for $20. Got new show. If you guys have never been to the show, we got a live band. We do sketch comedy, stand-up comedy. It's like 300 people in that room right there. It's a fucking blast. So if you even fuck remotely with what we're doing right now, what we're doing there this Saturday is the fucking
Eve 6 and Airwaves and Radio and Aliens. What is it called? They sandwiched me in between Aliens and Airwaves.
Mike, I gotta tell you, you're so adorable when you're drunk.
Oh, come on.
Now, Mike, what'd you end up doing this week?
Super chill.
Super chill?
Going back. I'm a big college football fan. Went back to college. Saw some of the broskies at Sig F. Shout out to Sig F. And just kind of little house party.
Little house party?
Oh, you got some video?
It's fine, yeah. But
Hey, there he is. Give it a front.
that bullshit ass internet crapped out. Did you pay your bill, bitch?
You raise your voice for me one more time in front of my
I
fans.
apologize.
Multiple people heard me on the radio.
I'm sorry so much. They're still not happy. Your internet's garbage.
File corrupted, dog.
Yeah, your fucking internet's garbage, dog.
Just play it right now. What does that mean?
This shit just placing this bullshit window right here. It is playing. Look how trash this shit is.
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
garbage.
Can Comedy Central sign us already?
Just give us real money already.
This is it over here.
Your meat fee is
I
trash, dog. Your meat
unable
fee
to
is
play a
trash.
video. Error 5.
Yeah, your fucking MiFi is trash. Let's do a little fucking. Let's do a little. Yeah.
Look at this motherfucker's whole folder right there.
Listen,
First of
guys,
all,
go to my
this is
folder.
the type of shit that he's got his. Just
I
the one
do.
called butt.
I do this for
Right
you.
next to Billy
I got
Zane.
one called butt.
This is like a fucking Where's Waldo? You're gonna find all that tonight.
I got one called butt. I got my face 3 times. All right, let's try to relaunch this. Let's get some music going. We're gonna restart the show. We've got a lot of technical difficulties tonight, and I honestly don't give a fuck because they've already paid me. That's a butt edit. I spent a lot of money to edit that butt.
Oh my god.
It's a pit bull. It's just by comedy.
What are you doing? You gotta cut the whole thing.
I gotta shut the whole thing. I'm gonna shut everything down. Let's get everything cleared before we figure out how shitty your fucking Wi-Fi. Well, he laughed 3 times, and he paid nothing. So he
And
should
if you
shut
knock
the
3
fuck up.
times on the window.
Three times at least gets a $5 cover charge.
Let's
so.
see if we're good.
All right, so let's see. We did the show announcements. We got this. Yeah, we got our video that still isn't working, so we're just gonna move on.
Oh, okay. I didn't do anything this week.
Fuck it. All right, so.
I did very
You did
little.
nothing. You did very little.
I might have flown through a table.
Yeah. So let's get into our show. Let's do it this day in history first off. Then we got through the technical difficulties, interconnection, fucking.
I think it's going smoothly. Yeah, it's fine.
It's going great. Anybody who hasn't been here before, you'll never return. It's probably for the best.
We've never had more heat on us.
We got 50 people in here who've been here for a year. They're like, this is one of the weird ones. It's one of the weirder ones.
And they're usually fun.
And they're usually good.
All right, shout out to GW, shout out to King Bush.
Yeah, shout out to the kings of comedy, the kings. All right, so first up on this day in history, in 1927, Mount Rushmore, the workers began work on it. Has anybody been to Mount Rushmore? I've never been. I kind of want to go. Ooh, somebody's got money. Road trip? Yeah.
You need money to go to South Dakota?
Yeah, I
didn't
didn't
know
have that
that.
much money.
Did not know that.
A lot of people like to figure out what their Mount Rushmore looks like, and we wanted to show you guys what our Mount Rushmore looks like. This week Sucks Tonight Mount Rushmore. We're just going to go ahead and change up the heads. Our Mount Rushmore will look like, first of all, we'd have Bush.
Shout out to King Bush.
King Bush should be up
Shout out to
there.
9/11.
King Bush should be up there.
Shout
First
out to
head.
Building 7.
That's first head. The second head, that would be Turner's mom.
That's my mother. It's disrespectful, but
Real picture
also
of his mother.
shout out to Mimi Turner. She's the only one watching the live stream.
Yeah. Shout out to Mimi. She'd be on a mountain. Our third head would be, of course, without question, Pitbull. Yes.
Pitbull,
Daddy Yankee.
Pitbull and Daddy Yankee
Boricua
combined.
Morena,
Are they the
salsa,
same
morena.
person? Mr. International, Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. And if we were going to pick one for the last head, it would definitely be, we had Bush, Mimi, and Pitbull. Then the fourth head would definitely be Building 7.
Shout out to Building 7.
Shout out
Buildings
Building
don't fall like
7.
that. You're not supposed to free fall when you haven't been ran into by a plane.
Shout out to.
So, shout out to the Pentagon, shout out to those people that died in Pennsylvania.
It's actually not even stone. It's a real. We'll build a new Building 7.
That actually isn't, how it
It's
looks.
Mount Rushmore, Building 7.
It's like the Chase Bank downtown.
It's a little Phoenixy. Next up on this day in history, in 1990, Beverly Hills 90210 makes its debut, its initial debut. Who's old enough to see 90210, the first season?
Anybody remember 90210?
I want to pick out the people who are 40 years old in the audience. Old motherfucker. 1990, Beverly Hills 90210 debuts. It was so Caucasian and so teenage that a year later it broke up NWA. That's how.
That was the reaction. The black race reacted by 90210 by creating NWA.
You're like, niggas was like, we don't even have attitudes anymore. We good. We're good, bud. In 1992, El Al Flight 1862 crashes into an apartment building in Amsterdam. No one knew about this because it wasn't in America. We don't really give a fuck about anything that doesn't happen in the States. So they crashed into an apartment. Here's the flight right here. This is
You got footage of LW2.
Real footage of the
El
flight.
Al Flight 1862.
Real footage of the flight, if it loads, because we've had technical difficulties all fucking.
Oh, this is the flight right here.
Right.
Wow, this is wild.
This
They
is
got
a
cameras
real
in the plane.
This is in the plane.
And so they get the pilot here.
These are not actors. That is not Denzel Washington.
That's a terrorist, I think.
It's a real flight. And,
Probably a terrorist.
And then he flips it, and whoa, wow. That was it. Interesting. Okay,
Yep.
so
And that was it.
number of times we used this clip instead of writing a real joke, 4 times. 4 times.
And also, he got snubbed on the Oscar that year.
Yeah, he did get
It's
snubbed.
ridiculous.
Let's do the birthday shout-outs.
Whose birthday is it?
Whose birthday is in this bitch? First of all, it was Crescent Ballroom's birthday yesterday. 7 years open. Get over Crescent Ballroom. You know, so 7 years open. The only people who still work here, who are working here tonight, right now, when this place opened, is Aaron fucking Stoddard. One of the OGs. Is Lauren here tonight too? 2 OGs. This is how the building looked 7 years ago. Look whack as fuck. Weak ass lettering, not strong at all. No hipsters drinking PBR. This is not.
That dude.
Who is this dude?
He has since passed away. That's Steve.
He's dead.
Yep.
Yeah, he's since died.
He died in, I think on 3rd Ave, actually. It was
He's
just a goof, but he was like, this is my Uber, and the Uber was like, this isn't your Uber. He shot him in the face.
Shot him in the face. Wow.
Right there on 3rd
Is that
Ave.
in the news?
On my news, yeah. Fox News.
Fox News. Other birthdays we're celebrating today. Derrick Rose turns 30 years old. Give it up for Derrick Rose. Okay, the petering of laughter is the people who watch NBA, or the real people in the audience. There's Derrick Rose, the crippled, fragile piece of shit himself. The other birthday we're going to celebrate is, today is Christoph Waltz's birthday. Oh. Yeah, he plays all the villains in your favorite films. Yeah. It's the only time people cheer a white dude being evil. Is when Christoph Waltz is on screen.
Arguably one of the worst people in any movie.
Yeah, he's always the worst in any film.
He killed all the Jews. He was called the Jew Hunter.
Yeah, that's...
But we celebrate him.
We celebrate. All right, we got some RIPs. Nobody died this week, but we looked into history on this day. The only really famous person that died this week in history was Janis Joplin. Janis Joplin died on this day.
Well, which proves what I always say this, and we can just give it up for heroin is still undefeated.
Yeah.
It is undefeated, my guy. You want to get into that? You're going to lose that battle. So shout out to heroin.
A lot of you late 20-year-olds say the internet is undefeated. I'll tell you what, let it beat heroin.
Heroin is undefeated. It's undefeated.
It will fucking
So
lose.
you're saying it's like that, but in needle form? Yeah, I'll do that.
It's the internet injectable. That's what it is.
They did it in Nam and they came back okay?
Yeah,
I'll do that.
All right, guys, let's get into this week so far. We're going to hear a couple of news stories, then we'll get some stand-up guests up here on stage. Let's talk about what happened this week. All right. So this week so far, while nearly every single person in the country is losing their fucking mind over the state of the government, some of us are still holding it together.
You're such a fucking hoe. I love it. He looks sane.
He looks like the sanest person in America right now, doesn't he?
Somehow,
Isn't that strange?
somehow Lil Pump is more tolerable right now.
Does it fuck with you any that Kanye West is the only one willing to have a dialogue in the country? He wants to have an open discussion about what's going on. Everybody on the left and right is like, fuck the right or fuck the left. I'll block you on Facebook. And Kanye's like, come talk about some issues. Did anybody see him on SNL Saturday night? He's a monster. Listen, you don't have to get any feelings about Kanye West. We know he's a monster. All right, you don't have to be weird about it. He went on SNL dressed like this, okay, wearing a MAGA hat and a free Hoover shirt. Do you know who Hoover he's talking about? Larry Hoover.
It's the most dynamic juxtaposition I've ever seen.
Larry Hoover, the most notorious gang member that's ever existed, plus a MAGA hat. And that was SNL. Adam Driver was like, "You sure you want to wear this shirt? I don't know if you want to wear that shirt. It don't make a lot of sense right now." And yeah, in the middle of the fucking show.
He's making Kim Kardashian tolerable.
Yeah,
and that takes skill.
Yeah. That's the biggest victory that Kanye. We're like, Kim is alright. It's not bad. Kanye's going crazy. Not as crazy as you guys are. Meanwhile, is there anyone out there who didn't get a text from the National Wireless Emergency Alert System this week? Who didn't get that text? Oh, right there. So we got one, we got two. You're both brown. That means you're not American.
And they own Cricket flip phones.
Yeah. You guys got burner phones. You
You
guys really didn't get a fucking text from the press? Listen, you need to look out for ICE because that is a trick. They're trying to weed out you brown motherfuckers. That's what they did. Like, the brown motherfuckers will post on Twitter that they didn't get the text, and we'll show up at their house. We'll get them the fuck out of here.
Are you a low-level drug dealer in The Wire? Why don't you have that phone?
Yeah, you should have a burner phone. I got the text too. Here's a screenshot of my phone after I got the text. Here's a test of the National Wireless Emergency Alert System. No action is needed. It's fucking crazy, yo.
Hey, big dog, who's Sharkesia?
Oh, I should have cropped.
You should have edited this a little bit. So you did get the thing.
Okay.
What's happening here, big dog?
Oh. All right. Well, we should move on.
Dr. Summers.
Okay. That means I have health insurance. I make more money than you guys.
What a unique way to spell Summers.
Let's just move on. I didn't know I took all those pictures. Let's get into some more light fare. Putin releases 2019 calendar. And everybody should buy it. Everybody should give money to Russia. We should get the 2019 Putin calendars and hang it up on our fucking refrigerators. We went through and took a look at some of the more extraordinary pictures that Putin took of his fucking outstanding 2019 calendar. Let's go through some of the pictures he put up in that calendar. Here's October, I'd imagine.
First of all, that's dope
That's
as fuck.
cute. That's adorable. He's got a little leopard. He's smiling. He's not murdering his people.
Obama should do some shit.
And then as we go forward, looks like he's taking a religious ritual to murder Americans here. He's bathing in the waters of Minnetonka here.
He's getting in the water, then he's going to come out like a Westworld robot.
Yeah, it's like a Westworld to become cybernetic.
That's
His
what
monk
it is.
warlords are praying over his body. The next picture, oh, he's just got a gun. Decided, I'll shoot anybody who doesn't like this calendar. And then the last picture, I don't know what the fuck he's doing here. I don't know any of these exercises. Does anybody work out on their free time? Because I've never done this, and he looks bow-legged as fuck.
Where they got water in that?
That's the outfit I dress in when I go to my side chick's house. I'm like, can you see my dick right here?
It's gray sweatpant weather.
It's sweatpant weather.
You gotta let it pop.
Are you booed up? If you're booed up, you go to your boo's house dressed like this. Like, we're gonna make some soup and fuck. Okay? That's what's gonna happen.
You gotta make sure you gotta get the crock pot going for
Your
this.
Netflix subscription better be up to date. All right, I'm not fucking around. So shout out to Putin for dropping that calendar. I'm gonna put that on my motherfucking refrigerator. I'm gonna be lit up, dog.
100%.
We're only a day away from the Senate vote on whether or not Brett Kavanaugh is going to be one of the 9 most powerful people in the Supreme Court. And I know everybody's been in their feelings this week about this whole situation. So Brett Kavanaugh, probably, like, realistically, he's probably going to be our next Supreme Court justice. R.I.P.
100%.
R.I.P. to all of our rights, all right? Just accept that and let's die slowly so this world can end. So he's going to be one of the most powerful judges in the country. The stakes are as high as Trevor when he went and bought this jacket. Trevor was high as shit.
Yeah.
When he was like, I want to look like a male penis. We just want to talk about how Kavanaugh's been dealing with all this. I don't care if you believe if he did it or not. This motherfucker got a rape and his fucking drinking addiction brought up in a job interview. Usually you don't get hired. All right? That's the truth. You tell me a dude that gets this defensive, first of all, that's just a fun Photoshop.
That was what the butt was. Oh, I'm so disappointed.
So call back to when we were in error mode. You tell me a dude that gets this defensive when asked about his drinking issue. If we can get the video. We might not have. Okay, yeah, we're moving super slow tonight. We got technical difficulties, so thanks for hanging in there.
Is it, do you have Wi-Fi?
It's super rough.
Nobody's
tonight.
coming back to the show
Yeah,
ever.
I don't care. I'm gonna paycheck regardless. Yeah, we're not gonna get any internet tonight. Yeah, we're not gonna get any internet tonight. That's why we had the projector go down, we had the Wi-Fi go down. We should just have the power go out because the last time the power went out, we had a good show.
That was a good show.
Yeah, we had a good show when the fucking power went out. I wish the power just went out right now, rather than small parts of this building just disabling tonight. Jesus fucking
This
Christ.
has been dope so far.
Oh, there we go. The video took several hours to load.
Where you drank so much that you didn't remember what happened the night before, or part of what happened.
That's you're asking about, blackout. I don't know. Have you?
Could you answer the question? So that's not happened. Is that your answer?
Yeah, and I'm curious if you have.
I have no drinking problem.
Did the double down on have you?
bitch. I've got no drinking problem, bitch. The dude that gets this defensive when asked if he's blacked out, or a dude that gets, we're gonna go into another video, so fucking buckle up. Fuck, here we go, Jesus Christ.
I don't know, have you, dude?
Here's a dude that gets this sad. Oh, here we go. Is it gonna go?
Is it?
His mic is gonna take several minutes to go.
Oh, but we got logos. This is
Our timing is off. Our timing is done tonight because all the
How about when
videos-
he said, have you?
We're all reaching tonight, buddy.
Oh, this is beautiful.
There's a dude that gets this sad.
Afraid?
Okay.
What are you doing in 9th grade?
What are you sad about?
Yeah, what happened in 9th grade?
In 9th grade in
Okay.
1980, I started keeping calendars of my own.
What? That's how sad you get about calendars? Right? Motherfucker cried about keeping a calendar? I've never kept a calendar in my life, and I wouldn't after seeing him cry. So a dude that gets this sad about calendars, and a dude that would get so upset at a dude at a bar he thought he was the lead singer of UB40 that he would get into a fucking fist fight about it? Why? Huh? What? First of all, this is the most normal thing about Brett Kavanaugh. Wanting to punch the lead singer of UB40 is the most human thing anyone can have. Sidebar, Brett said he's never gotten blacked out drunk ever again. He says he doesn't remember ever getting blacked out drunk, which is the first thing somebody who's gotten blacked out drunk would say. So let's just keep that in mind, right? His boy Mark Judge, who looks like a manager at Five Guys, actually wrote a book about him and Kavanaugh's drinking years called Wasted, Tales of a Gen X Drunk, okay? Which is very incriminating, right? I was like, what? Yeah, the book, Brett Kavanaugh makes an appearance, but Mark Judge is clever enough to disguise his name so that no one will know who the real life counterpart is. So he's been talking about Brett Kavanaugh in the book, but he's got like a pseudonym for him, so you don't know who the fuck his name is, right? So here's an excerpt from him. You probably won't be able to tell who Brett Kavanaugh is in the excerpt we read.
He probably calls him like Carlos or something, right?
He goes, so, how do you like prep? Mary asks. It's cool. Do you know Bart O'Kavanaugh?
That could be anybody.
That could be anybody. That could be anybody, right? Yeah, he's around somewhere. I heard he puked in someone's car the other night. Yeah, he passed out on his way back from a party. He's already snitching on him on this 1997 fucking book. So, I don't know. Your rights are being taken away, and it doesn't even matter anymore. He's got all the evidence that he fucks around and rapes chicks, and here we go. Welcome, America.
He had a good year.
Yeah, he did
17.
fine. Don Presidente held a press conference giving him a big op to discuss the Kavanaugh hearing. He decided to discuss the Kavanaugh hearing, be a callous dickhead to any female reporter who dared to ask a question. Also worked on a couple of new bits on his 8-year special he's been working on. Any comic in the building, he's the most successful comedian in the building. First of all, Donald Trump, most successful stand-up comic on the entire planet. Right? And here's a couple of the bits he worked on in that hearing. We're going to go back in video, so hold your breath.
That looks like the face of a man that's going to say something cool.
Okay, all right.
Well,
Yeah, this feels like dial-up right now. Anybody feeling like 1997 right now? Feel like I'm on fucking...
Just want to be clear.
Fucking hell, man.
I can honestly say I never had a beer in my life, okay? It's one of my only good traits. I don't drink. Whenever they're looking for something good, I say, I never had a glass of alcohol. I've never had alcohol. I've just, for whatever reason. Can you imagine if I had? What a mess I'd be.
Wow.
Worse.
Wow. What a mess up, man. He's so self-aware and also so unself-aware. You mean to tell me he was bone sober when he was doing this? This is bone sober, 100% sober Trump right here.
I've never seen a sober man eat a hot dog like that.
This is what is happening here? He's got it on the top of his lip here. That's a great bit. Comedians will never be better than him.
No.
He also did another bit. Here's another bit he worked on in the slow Wi-Fi show we're working on today. There we go.
Finally, treat me fairly. They got worse. They're worse now than ever. They're loco, but that's okay.
Crazy. That's the Wi-Fi we
Go
have.
ahead. I use that word because of the fact that we made a deal with Mexico.
What? What? I'm patronizing Mexico because I made a deal with Mexico.
Can you play
I
that?
just say shit like that.
That's my favorite shit.
Oh, well, you want to play it again when we have no Wi-Fi? All right, let's just move on. Netflix, Donald Trump, tremendous. New special coming out. Let's just get into the comedy.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
fucking
This is
hell.
one of the worst.
This might be the worst show we've ever done.
But,
This might be the worst show ever.
well,
This
I
has
think
been rough.
it's free though.
It's
So
been rough and it's
keep
free.
drinking and make some noise for your fucking bar staff back there.
It's a free show.
Yeah.
It's the worst show ever, even though we have literally the worst show ever this Saturday. This was the worst show.
Do you need some more tequila?
I do need another shot of this one. It's been tremendous, man. Jesus Christ. All right, is everybody ready for our first guest on the evening?
We've warmed them up beautifully.
I'm still at the end of my rope with the technology tonight. You can go home at any point.
James Hunter has two. He's got a child.
You can go home at any point. With that being said, is everybody ready for the first guest on the evening? First guest on the evening. Who's ready for the first guest on the evening?
Let's make some noise for other comics.
When technology ruins your show. Please put your hands together for Aaron Kyle Miles!
Can we get the lights, please, back there?
Thank you.
Be yourself.
This is the worst show ever. Terrible show. Let's bring up Aaron Kyle Miles. That's great. Earlier you heard Onward talk about Aaron helping out with the technical aspect of the show and really helping the show run. That was a different Aaron. That was not me. So just so we're clear.
Bitch, we fucking know. What the
Yeah, everyone knows that. They saw me.
Everybody knows you're not Aaron.
Yeah, but I also am Aaron at the same time. So I got a compliment today. Nice. So the first of the year if we're counting, but you know, we're not counting. Oh, really good. I'm still trying to figure out what Greek god that is, though. So, but a compliment's a compliment, right? I take them where I can get them because growing up, I wasn't my mom's favorite kid. Yeah, which wouldn't bother most people in this room, but I was the only child. So.
Yeah, it's a tough crowd, right?
Yeah, it's
I've been
rough.
saying that all
It's
night.
rough tonight,
It's just
man.
rough. I think it's
rough.
I think it's more them than us.
We just
I think it's them than us. We haven't done anything wrong.
Well,
Yeah, that's what my mom said.
we're just going to do this at this point.
Yeah, for 18 years I was the only child, and then I turned 19. My mom looked at me and she went, I could do better. Which is really terrible to hear.
I actually don't mind that.
All
Yeah, I
your
was
jokes
just,
work. Don't get in your
yeah.
head about this.
No, don't worry. Don't blame them. Yeah, these are all
Yeah.
fine
Don't
jokes.
question. They're all fine. They work before.
They work. It's checked out.
Anyways, it's fucked up to hear on your birthday, to hear that, you know.
Is it your birthday?
No.
Oh. Well, fuck you.
So I have a little sister now. That's cool. It's really great. No one gives a fuck. It's awesome. But she doesn't treat my little sister the same way she treats me. Like, she doesn't hit my little sister. And she used to beat the shit out of me. Like, and she would make me choose what I got beat with. Like, she would say, oh, you want a stick or a belt, right? Anyone else?
My mother. Yeah, my mother.
Yeah, she'd say, oh, you want a stick? You want a belt? How about the gun? It's like, whoa. My mom was savage. She was... Sometimes she would only put out the gun and just be like, I dare you. Pick a toe. Just kidding.
She sounds like
She
a
was-
hoot.
She was great.
Yeah, she's fun.
Don't freak out, right? The gun was never loaded. You know, she was a great parent.
Oh, that was
We
the
were a
tag.
poor family, too. It was awful. Like, we didn't have Cool Whip in the fridge, but definitely pistol whips. You know what I mean?
Well, we were trying to figure out if you had a white family or a black family. When you said we didn't have Cool Whip, black people were like, who gives a fuck? We didn't have food.
Fair point. Anyways, a little bit about me. I've got 8 toes, so there's that. I want to see. Okay,
I
maybe
actually
after
kind
the
of don't
show.
I
believe that
kinda
either.
wanna see.
Yeah.
That's just a callback to the gun shooting the toes off joke.
Oh, no. Oh, because you didn't even set that up as humorous.
Yeah.
You can't call back something that didn't work. You got 8 toes
You
because
gotta
she
try.
shot.
You gotta try. You don't know if you don't try.
I've seen enough Nike commercials to know that we don't all have to try.
Wow, Michael, that was dark.
Yeah.
That was dark.
Saw it in his eyes. I was like, that's not good. Trade me once though. Okay.
Set up and a punch.
Set up in a punchline.
Just set
You know
it
that
up.
they are making like holidays about any day now. Like there's a pay it forward day. Yeah.
That's Trevor paying it forward.
To the crowd.
There's a pay it forward day, which I really don't think works like unless you drink coffee, right? So I went to 6 different coffee places to try and get free coffee. And it didn't work. Not a single person paid it forward. Like I would get to the front of the line and they like walk off and say, hi, what would you like? And I'm like, oh, did they pay it forward? Are we good? And she's like, no. And I'm like, oh, well, hold on. You can go next. I'm trying to figure out still what I want.
So your act outs need work.
Act outs need work.
Yep.
But the pay it forward thing's a flawed system, too. No, you can't. Plus, why would you pay a woman to have sex with another man? That's what child
That's what I
support's
do to
for.
my current girlfriend.
It's called a bachelor party.
Thank you guys. I'm Aaron Kavanaugh. Thank you.
Give it up for Aaron Kyle
Give it
Miles.
up for Eric Kyle Miles, y'all.
Currently
Give it up.
number 3 in his fantasy football league.
Is everybody ready for 17 more comedians? Because I'm not sure. All right, our next guest coming to the stage is one of our crew members on Literally the Worst Show Ever. Please give a warm welcome to Jessie Johnson.
Jessie Johnson. Oh, with the fresh gear.
Check in? Okay.
Thank you.
Well, give it up for everything. Yeah. I love comedy, man. How about you guys? Yeah? Alright, this is gonna work out great then. I do a lot of shows. I recently got booked on this very cool show, though. I gotta tell you, immediately after, a comic came up to me and said, you know, the only reason you got booked on that show is because the host wants to fuck you. So, still got it. Yeah.
And here we are.
I'll
I'm
take
Mike,
it
by the
away.
way.
One of the
Yeah.
crew members of Literally the Worst Show Ever, right here.
So give it up for your hosts.
I put out.
No, I was booked on this show tonight because I am very funny. But this other show, buckle up, hang on, you'll see. I'll prove it to you. This other show, I don't know, man. I don't know if that was true story that all happened. But I will say, I do think every man wants to fuck me. Sorry, I do. I think every man wants to fuck me. And you, and
I'm a person.
it's true. They just want to fuck you, no strings attached. Alright, some guys want to fuck you with strings attached. But I'll tell you what, a lot of guys, man, they want to play you like a guitar with no strings. No music, all wood. Hey. That's poetry, baby. Alright.
You're doing great, Jessie.
I know.
Tough crowd, right? Tough crowd.
I've been seeing you in 3 days.
I know, it's been too long. 3 days, too many. I love comedy so much. Sometimes I wonder what if I wasn't doing comedy, you know, what would I do? I love music. I'd probably be I had a full-ride scholarship to NAU. And I remember this assignment. Stay with me, it's a story. I had this assignment where we had to read the autobiography of our favorite musician. And I picked Miles Davis. He was my favorite musician. And I remember this pivotal point when I dropped out. I was reading the book, and Miles had just finished this gig. He got off stage with Charlie Parker, and they went out into this taxi cab, got head from hookers, and did a bunch of cocaine. And I'm reading the book at 18 thinking, maybe this isn't my path. So I dropped out. I mean, if I got to do piles of cocaine and get head from hookers to play as good as Miles Davis, I'll only maybe play half as good as him, you know? Because I don't do hookers. What's that? Let's hear your punchline.
I'll steal another punchline. Talk about paying it forward. Jessie should be called Buckle Up.
Yeah. Strap in. No, I'll be honest though, I think cocaine is a disgusting drug. I do.
Oh, fuck you.
I do. I think that every time I do it, I think, what a disgusting drug. I mean, half the time you do it, you're in a public restroom.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are at 39.
It's a safe place.
But that's art.
Especially if it's a QT. It's a safe space. The cops are outside.
I get it. I wish the rules were different though, because that is arguably the smelliest room. And you're in there sniffing. Could you imagine if you did not know how someone did cocaine and you just heard through a locked bathroom stall, oh yeah, good shit. I'm giving you both, baby.
You're not deterring me or the 3 people who will sell me cocaine after this show who are in the audience.
That's a good joke.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's fun.
You see who does coke, drugs. I wear these glasses a lot now. I gotta address it. I'm wearing them. People are like, "Are those real?" I'm like, "Yes, they're real." Anyway, I get it. I'm more like bitch Hedberg. Am I right? All right. That's my favorite one. All right, I'll do one.
You don't talk about his favorite dead joke. That's good.
Bitch Hedberg.
Yeah,
I like it. You guys out there?
Do one more.
I'll do one more structured joke.
Yeah, do one more structured joke. Make
Clap it up for
one
structured jokes, everybody. Structured jokes that Jessie's bringing to the table.
So I hear all these people, they're so scared about aliens, right? And I don't get it. Aliens, they're like supernatural.
It's a white woman's stage, everybody. It's a white woman's stage.
I fucking hate you, Jessie.
You got any more videos to put up?
Now, let's do another video. Let's do another video that'll take 5 minutes.
No, we're not playing a video.
We're not doing no more videos. Thank you, Bar. Give us to your Bar. Who's like,
Bar gets it.
how do we make this show better?
Bar gets
The
it.
Bar is like, how do we improve this?
They're funny all
A
night.
year and a half. This might be the worst show we've ever done. And let's bring up our next comedian on the show. Hopefully they're a comedian. Eden Nault!
Eden Nault. Eden Nault. Eden Nault.
Very much. Hello, gentlemen. I don't see the appeal in cocaine personally. Like, it feels like all cocaine does to you.
We're still playing Big
I don't know
Pun.
why music wasn't going
Yeah,
on.
we're still playing Big Pun,
There's
guys.
so many technical difficulties tonight. I'm so
You need to
sorry.
take a trip to the public restroom. All cocaine does to you is it just makes you wish that you had some cocaine. That's the entire experience. You're in Arizona, man, Phoenix. You guys gotta do the meth. The fucking meth. It's so beautiful how well integrated the meth addicts are here. I saw a fucking twigger working security on the light rail. Walking down the aisles like, you can't sleep here. I'm not allowed to sleep here at work. I like listening to meth heads talk. They say like the craziest shit you never heard in your life. Like, hey, any of you guys want to buy some money? I'm gonna try and turn this meth pipe into a light bulb. Well, you got 9 phone chargers and you don't have a phone, dude. Here, this is what you gotta do. You keep your meth in a Tupperware container, right? So when you're done with it, you can make macaroni and cheese that'll get you peeled back. You ain't never had meth noodles?
I've never had them.
I'm a homosexual, I'm a gay person, and I'm fucking living out here in the street, so it's a miracle I haven't done meth in a minute.
You probably suck some dick for meth.
Yo, you never seen me suck dick, son. I suck dick like someone's gonna take it from me. I suck
The
dick
dick
like...
or the meth?
I'm sorry?
Trying to figure it
That's
out.
not how you do it. That's not how you do it. No one with a neck shaped like that is on meth. Don't worry about it.
Can I be proud about that? Can I be proud?
Can you do like the peck dance with your jowls?
I don't know what that is.
He doesn't know what jowls is. He doesn't know the anatomy.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what
He
jowls.
knows his dick, he knows the female vagina, and he knows his mouth. That's all.
Well, that's why I'm here, man. I'm a mentally ill, homeless, recovering addict, man. I'm here to inform. Fucking good. Gay, suck dick, like it. Don't care. And it sucks because, dude, men are way more judgmental, and my dick is tiny. It's so sad. Like, I had to stop giving my dick out because it was making the turtles choke. You guys remember that? And it's like uncircumcised, so it just looks like, you know, like the Ren and Stimpy characters with their mouth at rest, that thing. It's pathetic. They call my dick Jerry Springer because it's raw and uncut. Oh, it's a political show. Yeah, homeless people. I mean, I look relatively sane. I've always looked fucking gross, but like, I like homeless people. As a homeless person, I insist that you laugh at us. Like, they're fucking funny. Like, fucking walking down the street. Dude, I saw one walking down the street and he was like coming towards me. He's like, fucking Janine Garofalo's got a wooden crucifix or whatever the fuck he was talking about. And I was like, dude, look at him. He's in his own little world. I've never seen anything like it. And the guy locked eyes with me and said, you want to know why they call me Swoop? And they just kept going. I was like kind of sad to see him go because I really did want to know why they called him Swoop. Come back, Swoop, I want to hear about this. I like to imagine he's like, you want to know why they call me Swoop? And then he just shoots in the fucking sky like that. You know why they call me Swoop? We know why they call you Swoop, buddy. I'm sorry there's not more resources. Living out on the street, seeing some crazy shit. So kind of faggot, you a faggot, and then he like went and sat somewhere else. I guess he's heard that question enough times in his life. Lord knows I have. And then she went and sat right next to him again, and she took the blow pop out of her mouth and went boop, and fucking put it in his mouth. It was so foul. I didn't like the blow pop thing. I should have kept with the gross shit.
It's better when Bubbles was on the wire.
You saw the first 40 we did. It was rough.
Yeah, it was tough. It was exciting.
It was exciting.
Also, as a, you know, oppressed groups, I try to, as an oppressed person, insist that you make fun of us in whatever category I am. Like, as a gay person, I was not on the committee that decided we were going to use the word queer. Like, I don't like the word queer. I think it's gross phonetically. Like, whose dick do I gotta suck for someone to call me a faggot? It's hard. It's got hard punches. I think it's my favorite word. It's a good, you know. I don't know. Like, he's probably very busy sucking.
He sucks a mean dick. My little brother sucks a mean dick.
Have you watched him suck dick?
Nice.
You are cocaine.
That's I support him.
I've
all
asked
the
for
drugs
that.
eaten. I said
I've
I do all
asked
the
for
drugs.
Did all the drugs? You ever done Ambien?
Yes.
Ambien, weird food. I took a bunch of Ambien one time, and I went in my phone the next day, and I had called like a bunch of customer service lines, and like recorded myself doing it, and I was like, what the fuck happened? Somebody picked up the phone on the recording, and they're like, Tim's potato chips. Well, how can I help you? And I was like, yeah, listen, the chips, they're too crunchy. My wife can't hear the TV. I don't know if I was like fucking with her or if I thought I had a wife. And then I went up looking for them. They came back down. I was like, we can't find you. Oh, I'm sure I'm up there somewhere. And like people at 4 different McDonald's throughout the city looking for an old man that ain't up there. Why am I funnier when I'm fucking not present? That's probably mean because they're working on some shit. I get mean with people who are in the middle of things, like the cam girls. You guys go and fuck with the cam girls either? Yeah, dude, it's fun.
Type some crazy shit to them, like, have you played Red Dead Redemption?
No. I insist, like, try to get them to do something that almost sounds like it would be a real fetish. And then there's like a delay, so she like backs up and she's like, Yeller's balls, what are you talking about? Yeah, get your mouth so close that you can feel them vibrate when you go. Make it so you can see the reflection of your teeth in the sweat. There was a friend of mine that fucking gave me her Chatterbait account, and she was like, look, you can have the Chatterbait account, you can watch me, whatever, just don't say anything funny. And so I did, and I went and I said my parents like,
He's like me.
is he?
Empty inside.
Yeah. My dad's a worthless son of a bitch. So, yeah, me too.
Trevor gave me the light when I tried to talk about my family, you racist piece of shit.
Are you sad about the jowls? You haven't talked since this.
I haven't figured out what's going on. I'm like, dude, does this dude need help after the show, or right now, or before the show?
How many trout can you keep in that flaccid rubber sack? I'm sorry. Okay.
You angered him, and
I don't know what to do.
there's in his blood.
I feel bad for the dude on stage.
They told me
I'm
they
trying
were
not
going to
to.
be mean to me, so I came in hard. I'm sorry. All right.
No, we're not.
I was trying to figure out.
We're supportive of jokes.
Yeah.
I've never met you guys, and this is a lot of fun, seriously.
Yeah, well, I know you've never met us because as soon as you met me, you said, do you have drink tokens? And you were like, what's your name again?
Dude, I drink a lot. One time I accidentally showed a barista my ID. I was forced to have it.
Well, Starbucks sells liquor now. Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah, a couple locations.
Wow, shit, I might be whiter than I thought. I gotta do a political kind of thing, because it's like a political show. Right?
They're going to be
just
jokes,
leave.
just structured
We've
jokes.
had on the show in an hour. Keep it going, Eden Nault. Let's get our next guest up here on the show. Keep it going for New York's very own Brooklyn native, Amanda Hurley.
There she goes.
that backpack?
Yeah, are you on drugs?
I am on drugs, and what's in my backpack is my goddamn business. I missed you guys.
No, you didn't.
I did a little bit.
Do a joke.
What? You want me to actually do jokes?
Yeah.
I feel like last time I did this show, I did the whole set without being able to do a joke, and then at the end I ended up screaming like, "Let me do a joke!"
Was Mike?
This is the best show in Phoenix, right?
Ooh.
You guys hear that?
Ooh.
You read this? You hear about this? You
First
hear
of all,
about
they give
this?
that out to anybody. We won it last year too. Figure that out.
Listen, I love you guys.
You should figure out what there is for Phoenix.
No, I've known you both for a long time. Like, I knew Turner when he was skinny, and like, I
I got
knew
these jowls, baby.
you gelled out real hard. I knew Anwar before like any white people knew how to say his name. Like that was like a long ass time ago, and you guys have done a wonderful job. And I'm happy to be here. Was that weird? It got real quiet.
I knew you before COVID.
People are like trying to figure out why you're dressed like Punky Brewster.
Oh no. No, this is am I actually supposed to do jokes? I never know what to do. Like this show gives me so much fucking anxiety. Hello. Hey. No, but I'm fine, and everything's great. I'm very comfortable. Okay, I'll do actual jokes. I feel like that's like never fucking happened here.
In a year and a half it hasn't.
Yeah, that's true. I just had a birthday, you guys. What's up? Who's 27? 27-year-olds? Yeah? You as well? Oh, I feel like it's a very special age for women. It's like a weird, like, I don't know. Here's the thing I did on my 27th birthday, and I'm not proud of myself, but it does define who I am as a person, and I just have to deal with that. On my 27th birthday, I did cocaine off of my e-cigarette.
That's what's up.
And yeah, it is exactly what's up. And now I'm a DJ that like exclusively performs at Super Sweet 16s. Like that's just who I am forever now. I really like the end of that. It never goes well. The point is that I'm a DJ, but I'm like a real garbage. Like okay. And that's your fault for making it late and then also booking me on it. Because you know how I work. I've also never seen you drink anything other than like white wine. I don't understand what's happening. I know, I almost brought you one up, but I was like, I want you to be able to finish the show.
I'll die.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll do it later then.
We had a wedding tonight.
Shut the fuck up, Trevor. You fucking son of a bitch. Shut the fuck up, Trevor. This is a fucking guest. She's in from fucking
Thank
Brooklyn.
you so much.
Put you in the
Christ.
show.
She's
I
a white woman
also-
stage, you son of a bitch.
I tried to fight this guy in the back earlier that was talking shit about you guys. I got your back. I want you guys to know that.
Oh, I like when people talk shit about me.
Oh, no. He was being fucking he was awful. Anyway, okay.
Was he adamant?
Did he say the N-word?
No.
Then it wasn't that bad.
You're right.
Stage jokes. Please do
What's up,
one
man?
structured joke.
I only ever see you here, I feel like. I feel like,
This got so intimate real quick.
I'm sorry. I feel like I've only ever seen you in that hat, too. No, I'm good. I'm very
Could
good.
be good.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Am I ruining this? Probably.
Yeah.
Or was it ruined? No, it's fine. It's fine.
We ruined it for 40 minutes, so. Do one structured joke and the crowd be like, oh, you're kind of cool.
A whole one, though? Like a whole... Okay, all right. Fair and also reasonable. Sorry guys, I'm having a rough time. I went through a breakup recently. I broke up with my long-term boyfriend, and I'm not taking it well. What am I doing wrong? He also got my mom in the breakup, which is a bummer. Like my mom likes all of his Facebook statuses more than mine. Which I don't really know what to do about it. He is older than me and shorter than me, because I'm a fucking hero. Yeah, I'm kind of blowing it, right, guys?
Oh, just a punchline in there.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
Just
Yeah.
Juxtaposition.
You used a big word there, Mike.
That was. Okay, all right. My ex is a wonderful person, but he was shorter than me. He's still shorter than me. I didn't kill him or anything. He's like very much alive. And he said it didn't bother him that he was shorter than me, but he would say like little things sometimes where I could tell that it did bother him. Like one time he told me that when he was born, he was a tall baby. Which is not a thing that anyone's ever been ever in their life. Is that, what do I do? I genuinely don't.
I think we can revamp it. He was good. He was a tall baby.
He was a tall,
It's funny because it's like the dogs are looking
Was
at each
everybody
other.
okay with that?
Okay.
We can act
But
as roars.
class if I should leave, yeah.
Yeah! Give it up for Amanda Hurley, everybody. Your friends are gonna love this show.
Give her Amanda Hurley in her tiny backpack.
Amanda Hurley.
Listen, we've had 75 amazing shows.
I thought we were at 80. Oh.
We've had 5 bad ones.
Oh yeah, we've had fun there.
I don't care that this is a nightmare.
Actually, we have one at Stand Up Live in 2 weeks. It really matters. So I actually like that we did this. Did you know what happens after we have a bad show? It's probably the best show ever next week.
So one more time for Amanda Hurley. And hey guys, you're all still here, so I appreciate everybody who's hanging out. We got one more guest. Will you guys give him everything? Be attentive and laugh if it's fucking funny.
We're gonna let him do structured
and
jokes.
Fucking stab him in the heart if it's bad. Is everybody ready? Yeah. Give it up for Matt Stofsky!
Hey everyone. Sorry, I guess about this. I'm sure. Is this a bad show? This has been so fun to watch. Is this bad?
I hope he's an alt comic.
No, I wrote it all. I wrote all this. And I thought this was great. I don't understand. It kind of, it's kind of a bummer. It's like you have sex and you're like, that was great, right? And they're like, that was one of our worst ever. Actually. I don't know. It seems fun. Is this like what the Phoenix comedy scene's all about?
Absolutely not.
PowerPoint
Absolutely
heavy.
not. Absolutely not, Matt. It's much worse than this.
No, this is fun. I'm doing a show. I lost them. I did a show earlier and I said that and it brought the house down. You know, the one thing that we haven't addressed tonight, I'm going to do my jokes facing backwards like Van Halen. The one thing that no one is, no press, please, that no one has really addressed is Jews.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a Building 7 reference, but beyond that, remarkably little Semitism tonight.
Shout out to my lawyer, Goldstein and Oxton.
This shit's a movie. Are there any other Jews in here?
Well, Tatiana's one of the black Jews.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the red right there.
Is that true?
Fuck off, Tatiana's everything.
You black Jews.
You want to offend one nationalism? She gonna be here.
She's gonna be doing for all.
Don't you talk about these
talk about
Japanese.
any of that
She got
true,
little
or are they
Japanese
just
in this bitch.
bits?
Hey, Matt, she'll come up and slap you on your fucking dick.
Yeah.
Whatever's left of it.
Hey, there he is.
Thank you. Weird when I asked, everybody got really tense.
Not at all.
Yeah, they did. The temperature went up. You guys thought it was like a rally. That was the vibe I was getting. Like I was up here like, where are the Jews? Obviously not what I was going for, but that was thrilling. I mean, I totally get
Good
the people
impersonation.
screaming that, wasn't it?
It was Gerber, right?
It was Eichmann.
Or Goebbels?
Your dog.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, well, we'll just be doing a little History Channel reenactment a little bit. If you guys want. Okay. I don't know. Maybe you guys are cool. This is my first time in Phoenix, so maybe you guys are down
I'm
with
so
Jews.
sorry.
I'm not. No, I love it. I was in Monroe, Michigan recently. Structured joke alert.
Yep.
Oh!
Damn. It's
Fan
called
show.
Downriver if you're from
Thanks.
Detroit.
I asked the crowd, are there any Jews? And much like tonight, there were not. It was a wall of silence, a Berlin wall of silence. And, but then after the show, this like older dude came up to me to correct me, and he comes up to me and he's like, actually, there are 17 Jewish families in town.
Were you talking to Christopher Waltz from
I was
Glorious
like,
Bastards?
actually, You know, give me an approximately or an about in there. 17, give me 20. 17, you've been counting. Yeah, we got 2.1 Jews per capita here in Monroe, and that's how we intend to keep it downriver. I just added that.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you
I'm always
took
got
that.
new wrinkles to the playbook.
Yep, downriver.
Should I throw my hat in the breakup ring? Everyone's got hot breakup bits. Or should it be over? I mean, you guys tell me. I got one solid breakup joke. Should I do it?
Do it. Give it to him.
I was dating my high school girlfriend for 6 years after high school.
Well, there's a black dude is like, yeah, relationships,
That's why he's been high since noon.
We got another one. Jew, of course.
Jew.
Yeah.
All Jew.
Yeah, dating my high school girlfriend. We broke up. She dumped me, but she did not dump my parents. She had lunch with my parents the other day, and I wasn't there. Which was an uncomfortable dynamic. So it's not like I have an ex-girlfriend. It's like I have a sister who I have weird feelings for. Closing hard on incest. I've been trying to meet other people. I asked a woman out the other night. I was like, hey, do you want to get a drink sometime? She just goes, why? I was like, you're right. We should just forget it. This is not good work. You're asking all the right questions. Why would we? Of course not. We're not going to, nor should we, obviously. I convinced a woman to go home with me after she saw me do this, if you can believe it. She saw this. Whoa, thank you. Yeah, she saw this. And she was like, okay, let's see what that looks like. Naked. And so, something I'll never forget. She was like, so, were you thinking about your high school girlfriend the whole time you were fucking me? Yeah. I was like, whoa! Obviously I was. You think those tears were for you? I don't even know you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you to your host.
Emotional.
Give it up for Brett Stofsky!
Alright, hey, anytime you come back, we'll get you. We'll never book him again.
What we're going to Matt Stofsky, guys. Keep it going, Bob. Alright, guys. That was a fun hour and 20 of us struggling.
Struggle bus.
You got to see us at our lowest, and I just love you guys so goddamn much. Should we do the final video of the night? Do you guys feel like
I think so.
a giggling mood? Do we have time?
We have time. It should be cut for time.
Hey, we should cut for time.
Cut it for time.
Should we cut it for time?
Cut it for time.
We're gonna, you know what? Because we didn't do what we should have done tonight, we're gonna cut it for time. And we're gonna skip through it. We're gonna skip. No, shut up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Play it next week.
Watch your glass. Watch your glass.
Play it next week, all right? That's the end of the goddamn show.